It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are. And like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas, and we have wonderful guests. And I might add, we have wonderful products too. And today we're going to talk about the use of toxic chemicals that we all use. We've all used in our home one way or another. And we're going to talk about a safer and very effective way to do your household cleaning, as well as a number of other cleanings. I have to say, though, that my guest is going to be a little late. He had an emergency that came up just before the show, and hopefully he will be able to come on shortly in a few minutes. In the meantime, though, I'm going to show you a list that was share with you, a list that was sent to me about the toxic nature of the chemicals we use to clean with. I didn't even know they were as bad as they are myself until I looked at this chart. So let me share this chart with you, and I'll bring that up and we can look at each product. And maybe by the time we get through the products, he will be back and able to be online. It was a medical emergency, so I don't know if he'll make it or not, but we'll see. We'll do what we can. Okay, so let me share this with you. That's not quite what I wanted. No, cancel. Let me get back to where I was on here. Sorry about this. These things take time sometimes. We are having problems with emails. I swear they are trying to prevent the show from happening. Anyway, okay, now I can share it. And here we go. Okay, now these products, many of you have probably used these products anywhere from, I know I have, Clorox 409. I never used Head and Shoulders. I've used Colgate. Windex, I stopped using it because of the fluoride. Windex, I've used that. Tide, I've used that. I don't use Tide anymore. Cascade, I've used that. Oh my goodness, that's for your dishes. And Clorox wipes. This is, all these statements or facts and information can be found at the EPA.gov. And so just know that this is an MSDS.com material safety data sheet. Now, let's go through the different things that we use. So did you know that bleach is a registered pesticide? I did not know it was a registered pesticide, but it can cause severe eye injuries, can burn the skin, mouth, throat, stomach, neurotoxin for the kidney and livers. It can damage, cause lung damage, the fumes from it. And also it can be fatal if it's swallowed. Carcinogens from dioxins are 300,000 times more potent than those of DDT, well-known organic pesticide. Its bioaccumulates in the body, and we cannot detoxify it. According to this, I may have something that would counter that, and it's called Masterpiece, but that's not the topic of this show. Here's another household cleaner that I know I used, 409. Maybe I'd be a lot smarter if I hadn't used some of these products. Okay, so danger, it has a strong lung irritant. It's linked to cancer, reproductive disorders, kidney, liver damage. Can cause depression, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, all these things, all bad. Okay, that's 409. Again, another one, disinfecting wipes. They're registered pesticide. I didn't know that. Did you know that? It's really bad. So let's keep going along on here and see some of the other ones. So, okay, again, the same types of problems: eye, skin, respiratory tract, irritant. It's also a registered pesticide that people use as a disinfectant. And they don't have this listed on this group, but that goes for those things they told us to put on our hands when that bogus event went on for several years. On the label, it says hazardous to humans and domestic animals. The detergent Tide, believe it or not, is a registered pesticide. I did not know that these things were registered pesticides. This is just amazing to me. It's a leading cause of eczema. It stimulates the growth of breast cancer cells. It's a respiratory tract irritation, carcinogenic, and it can burn your eyes, mouth, throat, and stomach. It can cause asthma attacks. It's banned in Europe. It feminizes male fish, and leading detergents contain fiberglass. Unbelievable. Okay, toothpaste, another registered pesticide. Neurotoxin, causes liver and kidney damage, severe lung damage. The artificial sweeteners are all bad, all of them. You can use stevia, that's natural, but saccharin, aspartame, and sucralose should be listed there as well, because sucralose would be registered as a pesticide too. I've read that before. Fluoride, of course, we know is a neurotoxin, and they have just made everything in such a way that it's very damaging to us, and it's especially damaging to Americans, because a lot of these things are not even they're not allowed in Europe, but they're allowed here. Isn't that amazing? Okay, let me get back to the list here. We have Windex. That's another one. Danger, contains ammonia, can cause kidney and liver damage and even tumors, known to attack the central nervous system. I'm just appalled at some of these things. I did not know. In dish detergent, Cascade. Can you believe it? The following 16 states have banned phosphate detergents: Washington, Virginia, Minnesota, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Indiana, Wisconsin, Oregon, Utah, New Hampshire, Montana, and Vermont. Arizona, where are you? All my Arizona people, we better get this banned. Chlorine bleach, it burns the skin. It's overly alkaline. Lotions are carcinogenic. The Johnson's baby lotion, I believe, has been sued, or it's the baby powder. I don't know which one it is, but they were sued. And look at what it does. Carcinogenic, known to cause dermatitis, cancer, kidney, and liver damage, can also impact birth outcomes, including gestational age and birth weight, fertility, lower sperm production, anatomical abnormalities related to the male genitalia, and can cause early puberty. I tell you what, they've been trying to take down the men in America, so there's nobody to fight back. That's what that's all about. Not that women can't fight, but let's face it, they can't fight like a man, that's for sure. Shampoo, carcinogenic, known to cause dermatitis, cancer, kidney, and liver damage. Hormone disruptors, cancer-causing agents. Paul Mitchell shampoo. I will never buy it again. And I know cosmetics are carcinogenic. I've done my best to find organic cosmetics. They're hard to find, and they, like everything else, are more expensive. So the Consumer Agency and Ombudsman tested 49 eyeshadows and found that all of them contain lead, cobalt, nickel, chromium, and arsenic. The amounts used are causing allergic reactions and hormonal disruptions. Well, I do a lot of detoxing, so I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to have to stop. And and just use organic in spite of the cost. Sometimes they just buy a little bit at a time. But we live in a very toxic world. And I'm not sure if Frank can come on. Are you able to hear this, Frank?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, can you see me?
They sure have been trying to stop the show. That's all I can say. It's been one thing after another, you know. So I'm glad you are able to be here, and I feel bad for your having an emergency situation for your family, but I hope everything turns out okay.
Thank you, Gail. You did an outstanding job going over those products, and I made my decision years ago to get off all those products. It was causing all kind of health issues. But I want everyone to know tonight, my name is Frank Stapleton, and I reside in. Uh, I
I
reside.
should have introduced your name with your name, Frank. I'm sorry about that. I think it's everything going on just kind of threw me off a little bit. So
Okay.
sorry about that.
Yes, my name is Frank Stapleton, and I live in a city called Covington, Georgia, and that's about 35 miles east of Atlanta, Georgia. And I've been in this area since 2001. And what I've been doing over the last, I would say, 40 years, I've been doing community service outreach, helping those who are in distress that need help with uh, housing, food, clothing, you name it, we have done it. And I was very, very blessed about 3 years ago to meet a gentleman that introduced me to this awesome and amazing product called TerraKleen. By the way, his name is Mr. Garth Stapley. He is the inventor of this product that's been invented over 30 years ago.
Oh
And
my
if you
God.
work, yes, over 30 years ago. In fact, Bill Gates heard about this product over 20 plus years ago and offered over $1 billion to buy the patent. And guess what? Mr. Stapley would not sell it to nobody. He said God gave
Oh,
this one,
good. Thank goodness.
and
That dirty dog.
he did not sell it. And he met me 3 years ago and said, Mr. Stapleton, I appreciate what you're doing with your nonprofit organization. And I want your company to be the marketing and distribution of this wonderful product called TerraKleen. It is produced and manufactured in California, and we're getting ready to get a plant here in the South that we're looking at right now so we can have a distribution in the East and the West.
Oops. What happened there? I lost you for a minute. Hang on. Frank, are you still there? Okay. Okay. I don't know what happened. He just all of a sudden just disappeared. And I don't know. I hope he's okay. Oh, well, he left. He may be coming in on something else, which would make the sound much better. And I apologize for that. I don't know. We didn't expect this, and I had already sent out all the information on the show, so they um, and then we had all these problems come up. He had a family emergency, and but he thought he could make it anyway. So I'm hoping maybe he can come back on, or I'm going to see if I can bring up the website for us to look at while he's trying to get back on here. Now, okay. Let me share the screen again. And I'm not the expert on the product, but from what I heard about it, I think it's excellent. It's 100% biodegradable, and it's enzymes. It's all natural. And of course, the cleaning industry, as well as anybody that makes these toxic products, when they're pointed out, I swear they've been trying to stop this show. So that should give you an idea. This is probably an excellent product. I have used it. I haven't used it extensively, but it's a concentrate, and so you dilute it. So even though you get, I think it's a quart size, or yeah, I think it's a quart. Anyway, there's all different dilutions. There's a light dilution, there's a medium dilution, and of course there's full strength. Most of the time you only need light or medium. And it makes a lot of product, and he can address that for you better than I can as soon as he gets back on. But now, since I'm struggling here a little bit, let me bring up the page, the web page, and we can discuss that a little bit. Okay. So here is the product website. It's Advanced Destination Association. If you want to know a little bit about TerraKleen, it's an all-purpose cleaning product. It's a culmination of years of research and development in various cleaning industries. And some of this is things that I've already said to you, but it's important to know that it has no toxic chemicals, no butyls, no caustics, no acids, no metasilicates, and no phosphates. And that's big. It's organic. It's completely biodegradable and totally safe of the environment, as well as for the end user. And that's who we're most concerned about, is you. It actually has the pH of baking soda, which is a very cheap way to alkalinize yourself, if you've listened to any of the other shows that I do. But we have all used these products in one place or another, and they're very toxic to us, but they don't tell us that, or we just don't think enough about that. But now that we all know that we're being bombarded by all kinds of chemicals, we really need to and look at it. You can get a $50 reward on your first product if you sign up. 12 steps systematic benevolence rewards. Let me see what I'm just going to scroll kind of quickly over some of this so that you can see it. There's a lot of interesting companies that are using the product. Let me see if I can find that again. Applications. Let's try applications. So in the home, these are all the different areas that you can use them, use the product safely, won't hurt you or the whatever you're putting it on, because that's always a concern as well. It can be used on boats, sails, carpets, floor mats, any of those things listed there. You can look this page up yourself for more information. It's like I said, I've tried it. I was impressed. The enzymes are what does the cleaning. It breaks down the whatever you're dealing with. So it's a mixture of non-ionic surfactants, a phosphate ester anionic surfactant, a mixture of specific, oh my goodness, another word, ethanolamines, water, and a chelating agent. Chelating agents. Isn't that interesting? But it's been used, it can be used on land spills, ocean spills. TerraKleen can be used to prime oil wells. I mean, it just goes on and on. This product is absolutely amazing, and it's safe to use. And that is big. And it doesn't have any of the bad chemicals that all these other products have. I'm hoping that he comes back on here pretty soon. So we'll just keep going through the page. If not, we'll just have to reschedule. But here's his number. I mean, if you want to call and get information, it's 1-866, or you don't need to use 1-866-232-4669. This is used, and I'm trying to find the page because I found it when I was looking through here. This is used at a lot of rather prestigious places that, you know, like hotels and casinos, and some uses are with big companies. And again, 100% biodegradable. I'm still looking for where it's already used, but oh, here's something. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time. You can get information directly from the company. This is what it looks like. Here's the 1 quart. That is one that I have. This makes a ton of stuff. I mean, you only use a couple ounces in depending on what strength you want to use. If light strength is probably good for most things in the house, unless you've got something that's, you know, soaked in and really, really bad. But and the 5 gallon, that's of course for industrial or, you know, large company uses like hotels, motels, and so on. And that is something I might have to share with some of the places around here. But it's organic technology at its best. Again, environmentally safe super cleaner, deodorizes and polishes at the same time. It breaks the dirt and skin barrier, and it's because of the enzymes, which are all natural. A non-toxic way to clean. It'll save you time, money, and energy, because you can, a quart probably could easily last 6 months, or maybe even more, depending on how much you use it. Patented technology. Oh, here we go. This is what I wanted you to see. These are some of the clients that use these products. Mandalay Bay, Wynn in Las Vegas, Can-Am Properties, Nevada Dot, Paris. So it would have to be good for these ones to use it. Eco-friendly. Again, I can't emphasize that not enough. And biodegradable, I can't emphasize that enough. It says if you use it on outdoor graffiti, it will degrade into fertilizer. Well, that one kind of shocked me, but that's interesting. It's from the enzymes. Again, it also can be used in industrial use or have military applications. It's a patented technology. And so anyway, again, here's the number, and I'm hoping that Frank is able to come back on. I haven't seen him come back on yet, but we may have to reschedule. Like I said, he had an emergency situation with a family member and had to drive to the hospital or the clinic. I don't know which, but either way, he was on his way back when to get back to the show. He didn't know this was going to happen. We had this scheduled ahead of time, but you never know when an emergency is going to hit either. So that's something to think about. Now I have the shop TerraKleen.com. You can copy and paste that. I can put it into the in the chat if you would like me to, and I will do that. Copy. Let me go back to chat. It's kind of hard to ask questions because our expert is not here. So all I can do is give you the introduction to the product, and just know that these products are contaminating our bodies. We're already being hit with geoengineering chemtrails, and they are not contrails. I don't know how to tell you this. A contrail doesn't last as long as a chemtrail. A contrail is gone in a very short period of time. But these chemtrails do not last. And a good way to think about that is like when you can see your breath outside when it's really cold, that little breath doesn't stay out there for miles down behind you. So it's not a contrail, it's a chemtrail. Those stay up there and are, of course, concerning. So the other thing I do have also advertised, and I'd like to point it out, because we are always exposed to so many chemicals we don't even realize. And there is another one, you're not going to believe this, but eventually I'm going to find the right person to talk about this too. And that is our clothing is also hit with chemicals that are bad for us. And so let's face it, our bodies have a lot of chemicals which are going to impair functioning no matter what you do. And the products that I carry are things to help you with that. And a new product that I'm carrying is this masterpiece, which is on the ticker tape. Now, I did have a show on it, and if you haven't seen it, I would highly encourage you to see it. It's so easy. It's so simple. It's called Masterpiece, and that will help detox you from the kind of chemicals that we were exposed to. But how, if you want to stop being exposed to so many chemicals, so you don't need something to help detoxify your body, which we can't do entirely because of they're getting us in. It's in our food. It's in the air. It's in the water. It's in our clothes. It's different chemicals that, like I said, they're banned in Europe, but not in America. We are under siege in America. There's no doubt about that. Now, you can detox yourself from some of these chemicals with different products. I have some great products, and I use them all, and some of them I have to try to share them with others in order to be able to get them. And that is always an option. If you say you can't afford it, then you're not doing yourself much of a favor, because you can get started and work with the company and say, look, I'll sell this many. If I can get this many products, can I get the product? Any of those things like that. Any way to help yourself get past feeling like you just can't afford anything. You have to take care of yourself. The health and wealth of your body is more important than anything else right now. We're in for some rough waters ahead. So being healthy and ready to do whatever becomes necessary physically, you want to be ready for it. So cleaning out your body of all the toxins will help. Using products that will not put more toxins back into your body is very important. So these are things you want to think about. How can I clean up my environment? How can I clean up my body? There are ways out there, and some of these ways are very good, and they are working, and it's proving. I will be having another show on Masterpiece. I'll be having another show on the Super Patch, which I also carry, and I'll be having another show on more Mito. Because what's happening, all these chemicals are destroying our mitochondria. And I have a product which supports that. And then I have the Masterpiece, which helps to detox you from things. And I have the Super Patch, which also addresses a number of issues that people have for anywhere from, it's based on neural codes for peace, joy, focus, ignite. There's so many other, I can't even think of them all, but I have had shows on them. If you haven't seen the show, you should watch it. These things will help you. I guarantee it. Every one of them have had positive reviews. And I'd also like to mention on the Masterpiece, it's not just any zeolite. It's a very special one because it's complexed with marine plasma, and it's nanocolloidal. So this is what makes it work. Okay. And I don't know if Frank's going to come back on. So I'm not sure what more I can say about the product right now, except that I really recommend that you use things that are non-toxic. One of the talk about that and all the different things that they put in our clothing. You know, it's always hemp is one of the best things that you could make clothing out of. But that's a whole nother topic, and I'll handle that at some other time with some other guest. And it does not appear that Frank is going to be able to come back on. But he is an honorable man, and he's done a great deal prior to being involved in this company. And sometimes I think they do whatever they can to stop us from getting the truth out. I have been hit in a number of ways. You know, they took my YouTube channel down. Facebook puts me at the end of the feed so that you have to go to my actual page in order to see anything that I post. I've been threatened that they may take my entire Facebook down because I am not following their community standards. So what that boils down to is I can't tell you the truth. YouTube is the same way. In many ways, I consider them the enemy because they lie and people die, and that's a fact. So, like I said, these are great products. I carry what I think is only the best, and it's designed to help you detoxify, stay detoxified, and detoxify your home with this TerraKleen. It really works. I thought, another cleaning product, you know. But when I really looked into it, it's really good stuff. And same with the Masterpiece, same with the Super Patch. All of these products are listed below in my description on products. So I hope you go there. I don't like to just spend all my time talking about it, but it's very important that we take care of our bodies right now because we got a fight ahead of us. There's just no two ways about it. Good things are coming. The best is yet to come. Don't ever forget that. But we do got some fire to walk through. I'm going to tell you that right now. So on that note, I'm going to close the show today. And I'm sorry that our guest wasn't able to make it. No good deed goes unpunished, so they say. And you're doing good things, they try to stop you. That's just the way it is. And who are they? The bad guys. We have white hats in the military. We have black hats in the military. But the white hats are taking care of the black hats as best they can as they weed them out. And that's very problematic. Obviously, our political situation is a mess, and we have so much going on that I don't want to say too much or they'll take this show down. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. We're going to call this a show for now, and I will schedule another show with Frank down the road a little bit. And I'm sorry he had some difficulties with his family and so on. So please understand and bear with us, and we will see you again soon. Thank you for listening, and thank you for comments, and I'll be back again.
Found our way. It's a brand new day, and we'll be making history. Are you with me? Won't you stay? We have come so far. This is who we are, and like the rising sun, we have just begun to play our part. This is the time we form the chorus. Lift your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors. We are heroes and dreamers. We are restless believers, stronger than ever. Never say never. Don't look back now, don't look back now. control our fate. Destiny awaits. We are all the actors in the stories we create. Hope will be our guide. We'll no longer hide. When we roll like thunder, feel the wonder from inside. This is the time we form the chorus. Left your voice for those before us. We can rely on one another. Feel the pride, let's show our colors.